What's up guys, welcome to today's video. Like I explained in the vlog yesterday, today is going to be more of a sit down style video because like I said, for reaching 10,000 subscribers, I wanted to do a Q&A video because a lot of you have been asking me questions just to get to know me a little bit better. So I thought I'd do that for you guys since you guys are the reason that I have 10,000 subscribers, right? So I just wanted to give it back to you guys, a little thank you. And along with this video, I'm gonna do some sort of a crazy challenge video. I haven't decided yet what that's gonna be.
Swim with sharks.
It might not be in Hawaii. I might do it when I get home and I have like more access to more things and stuff like that. Might be with Alex, might be just me. Maybe I'll get my brother. I'm not too sure yet.
Yeah, Tim!
But I'll figure something out. I want something like super funny and crazy that you guys will enjoy. Yeah, maybe if you guys have suggestions for crazy challenges that you want me to try, let me know in the comments below so I can have a few ideas. So over the last few days and the last few videos, you guys have been leaving me questions in the comments and I kept copying and pasting them into a Word document and I made a huge list of all the questions. And then I put together all the common questions and I'm gonna start by doing that. I'm gonna start by answering like the 3 most common questions first and I'll just sort of talk about those topics and then I'll speed around through all the rest of the questions that I put on the list. So hopefully I got to your questions. Some of them I might have missed, but I really tried to write down all of them because I thought this video's for you guys. I might as well try to answer as many as I can.
So cute.
All right, so the first question that I got asked the most were all things related to me and Alex and our relationship and being together and stuff like that. So the first thing was how we met. And Alex and I have actually known each other for quite a long time. We used to swim together at the same team where we're from, and we met when we were 8 or 9 years old. I think we were in the same group when I was 8 and she was 9 because she's a few months older than me. We've known each other ever since then, but we really started to meet as like adults and as almost as a couple in the spring of 2012. When I was 21 and she was also 21, about to turn 22 in the summer. But that was when we first started really meeting and hanging out as friends and then eventually dating.
Yeah, I quit swimming when I was 17, so I didn't see him for a few years actually.
Yeah, and I continued swimming until 21 and then I had recently stopped swimming before I met Alex and started hanging out with her. So that sort of answers the second question, which is how long we've been together. We've been together since the summer of 2012. So that has now been 3.5 years. This summer will be 4 years.
We kind of broke up for a few months.
We took a small break in like November and December of this past year.
We were still talking all the time.
Yeah, it was just sort of a small break to work on each other. So I guess in the long run we won't really count that because then it'll just get complicated. We'll just keep it as saying we've been together for 3.5 years, and in the summer we'll say 4 years and that kind of stuff. The next question was about, you know, what we're planning to do for the future, like living together and that kind of stuff. And these are things that we definitely talk about, and we definitely want to live together eventually. Because we're not quite sure where we're going to end up living, because work-wise it might make more sense to live in certain places because it's closer to like job opportunities and it's less travel for us. So we don't want to like settle down and tie into a place right now and then have to like leave in a few months, you know? Yeah. So we might look for something temporary that we can move into on short term and not commit to like a long-term lease or something like that. But that's sort of what we're talking about and where we're at right now in terms of that. But we're definitely interested in living together. We talk about it a lot and it's something we look forward to.
I mean, we travel together a lot, so we know, I mean, the only thing would be like paying bills together. That's like the ultimate test is like, can you do that? I think you guys do it? Fine,
but I think we would be fine with it. And then the last question regarding Alex and I was, what's our favorite trip so far together? Because we've done a lot of trips together, both business-wise and personally. For me, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for her, my favorite trip that we've done together was last year in Santorini in Greece. And then I would say like a close second for me would probably be the first time we went on a trip together to New York City at Christmas of 2012, which was like just after about a year, or not even like 6 months after we'd been dating. We decided to just drive down to New York City for a few days, and that was really fun. But I think the definite winner was last year in Greece. Just being in Santorini together was unbelievable. It was so beautiful, and we had a lot of fun, and we were driving around in the ATVs. I don't know if you guys have ever been there.
You can watch my vlog.
Yeah, you can watch her vlog of last year.
I think, honestly, Hawaii is my favorite.
Yeah, well, we'll see after this trip, too. This has been a really good trip so far, too, so this might knock Santorini out of the front.
Because this is the place... Okay, so for me, it was always Australia and Hawaii were the 2 places I always wanted to go my whole life. When I was 21, I went to Australia with one of my really close friends. I would love to go back. And then Hawaii was something that we were always like, oh, Hawaii's going to be our number one trip. That's the trip we're going to go on together. When we first started dating, we're like, that's going to be the trip. Because we were obsessed with Lost.
Yeah.
We were obsessed with Jurassic Park.
We've always wanted to come
Lilo
here.
and Stitch was like my favorite movie growing up. Still have my like toy Stitch.
So it's really cool that we're finally getting to be here
together.
together.
After all the trips we've been on, we never went to Hawaii.
All right, so the next topic that got the most amount of questions from you guys was me talking about school and what I've done with school and what I studied. So I'll start from the very beginning. In Montreal, where we're from, in our province of Quebec, you can do English school, you can do half school, you can do full French school. So I did my primary school completely in French. It was 100% in French, which was good practice for me. It gave me a lot of practice in French. Then I did my high school. We actually went in the same high school. She's just a grade older than me. We did a special program called Sport Études at our high school, which was specifically geared towards athletes who have a lot of training time. Mm-hmm. So it sort of trims your high school experience and cuts out all those unnecessary classes that you don't really need to get your high school diploma.
Yeah.
And you really just do like the core classes: English, French, math, history, science, that kind of stuff. You don't do any of the option classes, and then you get the afternoons off to go and have time to do your training and your homework, which is actually really, really good. And it really benefited me. I don't know, I thought it made high school a lot easier, because like with training, you're up early in the morning, then you go to school, and then you have to train again in the afternoon, then you have to find time to do your homework, and then you keep doing that day after day, and it becomes a lot.
I had friends that were in like they went to normal school and they were dying.
Yeah.
And we had like a specific coach to train us during Spirited, and then like on the days that you didn't have Spirited practice, you were back with your normal coach. Yeah. You know?
So that was our high school experience together. We both did that special like Sport Études program. And then actually in Quebec, where we're from, we have this weird sort of in-between program between high school and university, because we finish high school in grade 11, and then we go to this thing called Cégep, which is 2 or 3 years if you stretch it out before you go into university. And it's sort of like a buffer zone to help you like discover what you want to do in university, so that you don't like commit to a university program and then you want to change your mind later and it's harder. So we both went to this Cégep in our local area called John Abbott College, and I only did 1 semester there, and then I just found it too tough with my swimming schedule and my training. Plus I was working a lot, so I was trying to make some money on the side, and I was just overworked and overtired, and I ended up having to put school on the back burner because I was so committed to my swimming training.
He was training for the Olympics, basically, to make it.
I was trying to make the Olympics as a Canadian swimmer, so I was committing a lot of time to that, and with work and training and school, it was just too much. So I was able to put school on the back burner for a little bit. So
then there's university, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So after you do Cégep, you get like a diploma for that, and then you can move on to university. Sometimes your diploma in Cégep is good enough to get you some jobs, but usually people go on to university. Mm-hmm. But I ended up taking 3 years off school from about 17, 18 till 21. And then when I was 21, right when I was meeting Alex, I decided that I was going to go to university as an adult, which you can do where we're from. You go as a mature student. And I did 1 semester at a school in Quebec City because I went there with the intention of joining the swim team there. But that was right around the time where I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep swimming because I was 21. It wasn't going as well as I had been planning. So I did 1 semester there, and that was completely in French. I ended up deciding like 3-4 weeks into the season that I didn't want to swim anymore, and it wasn't for me. So I ended up leaving the team, and because I moved out there for the swim team, but then I wasn't swimming anymore, I decided, well, there's no point in me staying here. So I moved back home and switched over to Concordia University, which is in Montreal, where we're from.
What program were you in?
In Quebec City, I was doing a business program, like management and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So then when I went to Concordia, I switched over to more like math type classes because I was going to try to get into an engineering program because that was something I was sort of interested in at the time. But then as I started to go through school, I realized that it really wasn't for me, and I didn't like the idea of like memorizing things just to get a certain grade on an exam and then like erasing it from my mind. And I don't know, school was never something that I was that interested in, and I never really saw the benefit to it, especially if I wasn't doing like a specific job. Like if I wasn't going to be a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or something that needed a specific degree, I didn't see the point in just doing school to say I did school.
Yeah, I don't know. I have like people in my life that's what they want, and that's totally fine. It's their life. But like for me personally, and he agrees with his life, it's just not for us. Like we just can't. I don't learn that way. I learn more hands-on.
Yeah, and I'm more about like being independent and like personal growth and like learning for myself and you know, figuring my own life out and stuff. I don't want to follow like a specific
but we're
guided
not saying,
path.
Sorry for cutting you off, but we're just not saying that like you need to quit school.
No, I never go around telling people that. If that's what you're interested in and you want like a specific career path and you know you want to do that, then by all means go and do it. Okay, so my last question that was the most frequently asked is what my plans are for the future, and it sort of ties into this whole school thing and my personal growth. I'm a big believer in happiness, obviously, and that's sort of what my whole channel is based around. It's trying to spread positivity and happiness, and to me that's really my plans for the future, is just obviously to find some sort of work and something that I enjoy that makes me happy, but also doesn't make me homeless, you know, keeps me at least having enough, because we need money, and it's something that's unfortunate that we have to have in today's world, is we need money to survive, and we need a house, and especially if we're gonna have kids, we need food, we need to at least provide for the people around us. So, you know, I'm trying to work on something that will help me survive and have enough money to survive, but also keep me happy and not like slaving away every single day at like a 9-to-5 office job. Then I dread my life and I don't like going to work and all that kind of stuff. I want to keep my life positive and happy and do all that kind of stuff.
When you do what you love, you never work a day in your life.
Exactly. I remember there were a lot of people I got that advice from when I was younger, just like in passing. They said that like, don't pick something for the money, like pick something you love and the money will come.
Yeah, success will come.
Because if you're passionate about it and you like it, then you're going to work hard at it and then you're going to get the success that you want. You know, I guess when it comes down to like specific plans for my future, it would be being with Alex, moving out, hopefully one day settling down and having a family, just enjoying life and being as happy as I can be, but also while keeping myself healthy and keeping myself provided for and safe, you know?
I agree.
All right, so now we're gonna move into the speed round, where I'm just gonna try to go through them.
Speed round.
I'm gonna try to go through them as quick as I can, because some of the questions are very short and it's just gonna be quick answers.
It reminds me in Friends of the lightning round.
Yeah, exactly. The lightning round.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna go through these, and if I missed your question, I'm sorry, but if I got your question, I hope you like the answers.
Let's do this.
Okay, so first question is, how do you deal with people who judge you? So the best thing I find to deal with people who judge you is just to be yourself and not worry about what anybody else thinks, and just be yourself and do what makes you happy. As long as you're being safe and you're being healthy, just do whatever it is that makes you happy and worry about just your life. Right? Don't worry about what they think. Just try to really think about what brings you happiness and just go and do it.
Yeah, people are gonna judge no matter what. They judge because they're jealous. And
they judge for whatever reason, but we can't control that. We just can control us.
Be you.
Yeah, that's
Do
it.
you.
Exactly. Okay, next. How do you feel about vlogging in public when all these people are staring at you? And it's cool because Roman Atwood actually just talked about this in one of his vlogs recently, and this is sort of what I've been doing as I'm getting more comfortable. Is I just turn on the camera and I pretend like no one's there. And I just look at the camera and I just talk for me and I just do it, and it doesn't matter if people are staring. I don't care. I just do it and it's fun and I enjoy it.
Yeah, who cares? I personally just pretend like I'm talking to you guys. Even like right now, like I'm talking to a camera, but I feel like I'm talking to you.
Like there's an audience behind the camera.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm talking to you right now.
Okay, what is your best childhood memory? This one, I can't even answer because it would probably take me forever to think about it. But my best childhood memory is probably all my fun trips when I was swimming. Like going on swim meets and stuff and hanging out in the hotel room with my friends. I can't think of one specific memory, but just that whole thing about my life was unbelievable and I would never take it back.
I can think of one. I mean, there's so, like, I had the best childhood ever, but there is one memory I have. I was up north, which is like at my cottage. My country house is my favorite place in the entire world. And I don't know how old I was young, but I just have this memory of my mom and I were going to, we called them the sand dunes, to go jump off into like the sand. My grandfather built this whole thing, and my grandfather had gone earlier to go get it ready, and he was walking back on like rocky road, and I saw him from far and I got so excited because I hadn't seen him yet that day, and I just like ran up to him and gave him a huge hug, and he put me on his shoulders, and I just remember his smell was kind of like sweaty, but it was like the best. I don't know, that's like cute. Such a good memory I have, and it's that's like cute. So strong in my head. I love that memory.
That's cute. Okay, next is, when did you start getting into working out regularly? And to be honest, it's probably when I was 8 years old, because I was training so much for swimming.
No, before that, we were both hyper children, so our parents were like, get into sports.
But that's not working out. Like,
oh.
I guess because I swam so much at a young age, as I got into like teenage years and stuff, working out was just something I loved, and pushing my body to the limits physically was just something that was like in me and born into me. So all my life, I've always been into working out regularly.
I think being physical is just something that both of us have always been our whole entire life. Like my mom said I was off the walls as a child, so she needed to put me in a sport or else she was going to go crazy. And I always did like a bunch of things. So I was a swimmer competitively, but at school I ran like cross country, and then I also danced. And
What is one food that you dislike? Easy, grapefruits. I don't like grapefruits.
The one food I don't like, there's a lot of foods I don't like. Pork chops.
Okay, next question. What is your favorite thing to snack on? For me, probably chips or raw vegetables, because I like the crunchiness.
I like fruit and french fries.
That's good. If your life was a novel, what would its title be? That's a good question. I would probably have to say something like, I don't know, like The Search for Happiness, or like Reaching for Happiness, or something like that, because that's sort of what my whole life is about, is just being as happy as you can be and being yourself and searching for that happiness in life.
Mine would be like Bipolar Mess. I don't know. Crazy. Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Bellatrix. Voldemort.
Voldemort.
It would be Voldemort.
Okay, next one is, do you plan on living in Montreal your whole life?
No.
And the answer is no. I probably don't want to live in Montreal my whole life. There's a lot of things I love about Montreal, but there's a lot of things that I really don't like about
I love Canada.
Yeah.
Hate Quebec.
But Quebec, our province, there's a lot of things I don't like about. Next is, where do you find all the advices I give in all my videos? Is it from like studying or books? I try to read books and listen to some podcasts and talks every now and then to like gain information about this. But I also have a really good memory. So like if I hear something in passing, even if it's from a conversation I'm not a part of, I'll often retain it. And then I can like pass it on to other people.
Yeah, you have a crazy memory.
Yeah. Next question, what kind of music are you interested in? So I'm sort of very personal about my music. Not that I'm like ashamed of it or anything. I just find that when I like share it and talk about it and show everyone what I listen to, it becomes like less meaningful to me. I don't know, that might sound
so cute.
that might sound kind of weird, but like I
No.
find people who are like constantly broadcasting their songs and like singing out loud and like, but then it's like not personal to me. I don't know. But my favorite kinds of music are definitely like rock. Grunge rock is probably my favorite. Like to me, early 90s, like from 1989 to 1995 is like the best music ever. Like tons of bands are for there. I use a lot of it in my videos if you guys see.
Yeah, people were like
Stone Temple Pilots, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Temple of the Dog, and then like even later, like I love Chris Cornell, so like all his bands he's been a part of, like Soundgarden and Audioslave. And then like there's one type of music that I listen to when I work out, and it's like most people absolutely hate it, but it's like really intense hard rock with like screaming and intensity. I don't know, to me it like, not that it gets me angry, but it gets me like pumped up.
That's the one kind of music I don't like.
But
I like everything.
I'll never listen to that like when I'm sitting around on a day-to-day basis. It's like strictly I have a playlist for workout, and it's like really intense, crazy music.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Okay, this one's funny. Would you rather be completely bald or completely hairy? Honestly, completely bald. I would think completely hairy would be absolutely disgusting.
Well, completely hairy, but you could just laser it off and then be normal.
Yeah, maybe, but like if you had hair like all over your cheeks and like your face, and like I don't know. No, I'd pick bald for sure. Next question, what were you like as a child? Were you a jock? Were you shy?
Jock.
I wouldn't give myself like a typical jock. I don't know, jock, I guess I was really into sports, and like, but I wasn't cocky about it, but I was very athletic and I played like all these sports.
You were a jock.
And my mom always told me that I was like the group leader as a kid. Like she said even in elementary school or primary school, like I don't know, like the kids would follow me, I guess. And like if I went to go play soccer, like a group would follow me.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Even in swimming.
I never noticed it, but like that's what my mom always said about me.
I was definitely a follower and a huge geek. That's what.
And you were very shy.
I was so shy.
Yeah.
People meet me now, they have no idea I used to be shy.
But even though I was really into sports and athletic, I still loved like the nerdy things like science fiction and like comics, and I was really good at math and like all that kind of stuff. I just happened to be athletic on the side. Next is, what is your philosophy of life? And for me that's simple, is just be happy.
Oh, okay, yes.
And
deep question.
Don't let anything bug you, just be yourself and be as happy as you can be. Next question, would you recommend visiting Montreal? Absolutely I would, and I would honestly recommend visiting it in each season. Like because it's so different season to season.
Don't come in the winter, it's too cold. You can go to New York City, it's fine.
I don't know, I love the winter, and maybe not Montreal because it's a little dirty downtown, but like go somewhere just near Montreal with like the beautiful like nature. Yeah, go to Tremblant, go to Saint-Sauveur, just north of Montreal. It's gorgeous in the winter. In the fall, it's absolutely beautiful with the colors changing. In the summer, we have some of the best weather in the world in the summer. And even in the spring, when everything's blooming and blossoming, like, I don't know, it's just the change in seasons in Montreal is gorgeous. So definitely visit if you get the chance. Okay, next, what is my favorite color or food? So that's easy, I'll answer both. My favorite color is green, and my favorite food is pizza.
Don't have a favorite color, because probably something neutral. I don't really like colors. And food, french fries and fruit.
Next question, what are you really passionate about? I guess I'll list off a few things. Working out, happiness for sure. That's like a big one for me. Like spreading positivity and happiness. That's like a big one for me. And then lastly, probably like anything fiction related. So like comic books, science fiction, Lord of the Rings, fantasy, that kind of stuff, video games.
Mine is probably YouTube, social media, like photography, videography. Yeah. That's my passion.
What's my favorite animal? I never really think about it, but I guess if I had to pick, probably a turtle. I really like turtles. And
ooh, they're so cute.
This like summer club pool that I was a member at for my entire life and I worked there for years, our mascot was a turtle. Oof. And so that's also why I like green, because our color was green. And like, I don't know, turtles and green,
for me, it's like really, I can't choose one. I have 3: wolves, horses, and dogs. Like I can't choose because they're just...
Next question, what do you like about your piercing? So I have this piercing here on my eyebrow and I also have this one, but on this trip I've been taking it out because when I got my haircut, I actually liked not having it for some reason. I thought it suited me better. But this one, I don't know what it is that I like about it. I just really like it. I find it complements me really well. And I don't know, it's just cool to me. It's sort of like my unique thing.
I actually forget that he has it in.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't like my earrings anymore. I want to take them out. I'm over them.
So next question, you either know me very well or you got lucky, but it's what is your favorite pizza? Well, my favorite pizza place is a place in Montreal called Pizza Capitale. Best pizza I've ever had in my life. Favorite type of pizza? Right now, I've really been liking pepperoni, mushroom, and extra cheese. That's like a really good pizza to me right now. It's like my favorite.
I can't eat pizza because I'm allergic.
Next question is what were you doing before YouTube? So before YouTube and still currently, I've been a lifeguard and swim team coach for a long time. I'm not a lifeguard anymore, but I am still a swim team coach.
I was also a lifeguard.
We know CPR. Next question, do you have any tattoos? I do not, she does.
I have 3, but you can check out my video. You can put it down in the description, all about that.
She's talked about it. Next, what's your cultural background? Is it just French-Canadian? I'm not actually French-Canadian, I'm just born there. But I have like a pretty mixed bag of cultural background. My name is Danish from Denmark, but that's like way long ago. But more recently than that, there's like British, Irish, a little bit of French from France. A lot of Canadian.
And my dad is Italian, my mom is Hungarian.
One thing you could change about yourself, physical or mental, if you could? That's a good question and pretty hard to answer. I would probably change my procrastination and like, I wouldn't call it laziness, but like...
Yeah, but you have been so much better.
I'm really working at it.
Vlogging I think has like really helped out with you.
I'm really trying to work at it because for me that was like my worst thing and it was about everything like in general. Like if I had to put out the garbage, I'd leave it to like the last minute. If I had to like pay my driver's license, I'd leave it to like the last day.
I would change probably my like mood swings because I'm kind of crazy.
The up and down.
Yeah, one moment I'm like super happy, then I'm like, bah! Just me.
Next question is, are you a spiritual person?
Yes.
She is, but I am not. I'm more of like a realist, like a logical thinker, I guess. And so I don't really believe in all that kind of stuff, like afterlife and spirits and that kind of stuff. Yeah,
but being spiritual doesn't mean like, oh, I believe in a ghost. Like it's not necessarily
you could believe in like a higher power or like karma or something.
Definitely karma. But I believe what you put out in the universe definitely comes back to you, and I believe... yeah.
I don't really believe in that stuff. If you do, that's great. Like she does, I don't mind that she does. But
my
for
dad
me
is
personally,
my mom is like the biggest realist ever.
Yeah. Next is thoughts on poutine. Poutine is amazing. She doesn't like it. I love it. If you've never had it and you ever go to Canada, you have to try it, especially in Quebec.
Yeah, try it if you want to puke.
It's French fries, gravy, and cheese curds, and then you can also add certain things in. So like sometimes smoked meat, cut up hot dogs, beef. It's amazing. Okay, next question is, do you have any tips to avoid procrastinating? I'm really working on it, and I just find if you jump right into what you have to do like right away, like don't sit down, don't do anything, just like focus and just do it right away. That really helps. But you have a really good tip that your dad...
My dad taught me this. He said, let's say, for example, homework. You have a list of things you need to do over the weekend. You write them out. The one you want to do the least, do it first. Because when you do the one you want to do the least, then everything else just gets better from there. So the ones you want to do the least, do them first, get them out of the way. Then the ones you have last are like the super simple ones that you don't mind doing. And
okay, next question. If you had $1 billion, what would be the first thing you'd buy?
Donate.
Well, for me, I wouldn't buy anything first. I would invest it right away because I wouldn't want to lose it. And then that way I could just make money off the money and I could have more to give away. But then, yeah, the next thing...
I would donate first.
The next thing I would do would be donate and then like pay off my family stuff, like so that we don't have to worry about...
I always say that, like if I win the lottery, let's say we live in the States and we won the
Powerball,
$50 billion thing, I would literally pay off every single family member's debt, buy them a nice house,
Yeah.
donate a bunch of money, and then invest the rest.
Yeah, those are like the 3 things we do.
Yeah.
Like, next question is, what is your greatest achievement in life so far, and what are you most proud of?
You.
Probably scoring this babe.
Ew.
No, but I mean, being with Alex is something that I'm very, very proud of because she's an amazing person, and I'm very happy to be with her.
Aw. Thanks, Daniel.
But beyond that, probably my YouTube channel. I'm really proud of it right
You're
now.
so cute.
I don't know, it makes me really happy that you guys love watching my videos and stuff.
Honestly, he loves reading your comments, guys. He answers like every single one of them.
I try, it's fun.
And he's always like, oh, look what this person said. Look what this person said. You're so cute.
Next question is, how do you always stay positive because you're so motivating with your positivity?
Yeah, seriously, how do you stay so positive? Because he's like this in real life. It's not just for the camera.
Like I showed you guys in a vlog a few days ago, sometimes I do get grumpy and I do get a little bit upset. Especially,
his grumpy is like my happy.
But I don't know, every time I feel like something's coming on, or if I have like a thought of what I shouldn't do, I like just constantly remind myself like to stay positive. So like if something's making me angry, I just like keep reminding myself like it's not worth it. It doesn't matter. Like who cares? Like look at what you have, look at your life, you have everything you need.
See, this is what I strive to be like because I do not know how to. I could say that to myself when I'm angry, but I don't feel it. I don't believe myself. I'm like, oh. Like,
And
you know?
one of my biggest tips for that, honestly, is it's really hard to do that when you're angry, but when you're in a good mood and like you have a clear head, keep reminding yourself. And that's what I do. So like if I'm just driving down in my car, like driving down the street and I'm so happy and it's like sunny and it's a beautiful day, I'll be like, remember
wow,
Daniel,
this is amazing.
like remember Daniel, don't judge people, don't make fun of people. Don't be upset when people have more than you, like stay grateful for what you have. And then like keep reminding myself that so that it's like part of me, you know?
You're so cute. You keep rubbing my leg. It's so cute.
Next question is, do you speak French? Absolutely, I do. Next question, what was the most nerve-wracking part of starting your channel? That's a good question. To be honest,
I don't think you were nervous.
I wasn't really that nervous. I guess I was only nervous about people not liking it. But once I uploaded a few videos and it was like all positive feedback, then I had like 0 things to be nervous about. Plus, I'm the kind of person that like doesn't really care if people don't like it or not.
Yeah.
Like I would do it anyways because it's fun for me and I enjoy it.
Like if people judge him, he literally could not care less.
Yeah,
He
like
does not
it doesn't
care.
really matter to me. So I just do it for me, and it's great that you guys watch along and you guys enjoy it too. That's just like an extra bonus. Next was, I just want to know what inspired you to do motivational videos, and probably because that's what I'm most passionate about is like helping people and spreading positivity. I just find there's like a lot of like negativity and anger and like people being upset with their lives out there in the world these days, and I want to try to like, even if it's a small difference, like make a bit of a difference if I can. Next question, what is your favorite thing to cook? And I've talked about this in an old video before, but my favorite things to cook are like things in one pot. So like you just throw everything in and let it cook like for days and days and days. Like a stew, a chili, a soup, anything like that really, where you're just like adding ingredients and flavors and like mixing it all together, and then like at the end it just comes together and it tastes amazing. Like that's my favorite for me.
I bake, so I don't really cook. I mean, I've been learning a little bit, but I really like baking, even though I can't eat a lot of the stuff that
Well,
I
you make a lot of really good gluten-free stuff.
Yeah.
Next question is, how many years was I swimming? So I'm not currently swimming now, I'm coaching, but I swam for 13 years from 8 till 21 years old.
I swam for 10 years.
Yeah, so she stopped a little bit before me. Next question, what do you think of Alex and her obsession with gray sweaters? So if you guys have ever watched her videos or you've seen her vlogs, she has so many gray sweaters, it's unbelievable. And I don't mind it, I think it's cool. Most of them are very, very pretty, and
A lot of them are very similar.
a lot of them are very, very similar, but it's her favorite color, I guess, is like those neutral shades.
Okay, gray sweaters for me is just like, I look at them and I'm just like, I can't I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's just like
She just likes them.
pleasing to the eye for me, especially if you have
It's
like
very
a tan.
neutral.
I just like gray.
Okay, next question is, what's your favorite thing about Hawaii? Just everything, really. Like the nature, the weather, it's not too hot, it's just like,
I think the people,
it's beautiful.
they're so chill.
Yeah, that's a good answer. The attitude and stuff, like everyone's
You
so
feel
relaxed.
very like,
Yeah. Very mellow, yeah. Next question, what's your favorite thing about Alex? That's a tough question to answer.
let's be real.
Probably
Everything.
how well we get along and how like compatible we are with like, we're just so easygoing with a lot of things, and like we can just sit down and watch videos and just
Yeah.
cuddle and laugh. The fact that we get along so well together is my favorite.
Same.
All right, last question of the video is, if you could live in somebody else's shoes for a day, who would it be and why?
Ooh.
And that's a really good question, and
Someone alive currently?
I'm gonna go with someone alive currently, and I'm gonna answer it based on like purely based on influence that person has in the world right now, because like that would be the biggest platform for me to like spread what I'm trying to do and like spread positivity and help people make happy. So I would pick someone like Justin Bieber or like Kanye West or maybe even the president, the Pope. You know, someone who has like a huge influence on the world right now.
So you would kind of be that person to kind of spread a positive.
Yeah, like I would choose them not because like I want their life or I would want what they have, but just because like they have the biggest like megaphone to like spread as easily as possible, because that's like my ultimate goal in life really, and the whole reason for this channel is just like spread that as much as I can and help as many people as I can. So that's who I would pick, like somebody who has the most influence in the world right now today.
I think for me, I would, and like you would go back to being yourself afterwards.
Well, I would hope so. Like I would hope it's for one day, or I don't know.
So what I would do is I would be like, let's say a starving child in Africa, just to kind of, you know, see something like that, what it's like to really live with nothing. And that way when I was myself again, I would really appreciate everything. Like literally everything. My house, food, like you don't understand how much you take for granted.
Alright guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed the big 10,000 subscriber thank you video for you guys.
Hopefully this video isn't too long. It's probably
I'm gonna try to keep it short. It might be a little bit long, but I'm gonna try to keep it as short as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This one was for you. A lot of you left a lot of questions you wanted to know. And I hope you guys are looking forward to the big challenge video that I'm gonna do. Make sure you leave me some ideas down in the comments.
Something crazy.
Something crazy, funny that you're gonna laugh at. Maybe make a mess of my face. I don't know. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below so you get to see all the videos every single day. Tomorrow we go back to daily vlogs here in Hawaii. Hope you guys are having an awesome, awesome day. Remember to stay grateful. Remember what you have and be thankful for it every day. All right? Hope you guys have an awesome, awesome day.
Love you.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. You're so cute.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you.